Good Sunday afternoon, this is Terrell. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a fuel pump in a 2002 to 2007 WRX and STI. And this is a wagon. I remove all the trunk liner stuff. I have pipes on there, but that's, you gotta remove that piece, that. So basically it'll look just like this. It'll get you your fuel pump cover that's right there to get to the fuel pump assembly. Only tools you'll need is a Phillips head screwdriver, an 8mm, whether it's 1/4 inch or 3/8. I like to use 1/4 inch with a longer extension, and then some set of pliers. You want to remove that cover there, all four of the Phillips head screws off of it. All right, with that cover removed, looks like this. You're gonna take the line off over there. That line off, they're just clamps, and then this one you have to squeeze both sides here like that, and it'll pop off. I'll show you how to do that. And then pull this off, and then you have, I think it's 8mm bolts around to hold it in. Whenever these get stuck in place, this is where these come in handy. You get a hose side and a tube side, stick it on there, and occasionally this will help walk it off in a much easier way. Like that. A bit of feel there. All right, I'm gonna try to do as best I can on camera. Hopefully it doesn't get out of focus or something, but you just squeeze these two sides like that. This. And then push this off at the same time. So just gonna whoop, right off. There you go. Almost no fuel pressure. All right, next, this little guy right here. Push down, pull this out. It might be a little stubborn. This one's not been changed that I'm aware in 200,000 miles. Or removed, I guess I should say. There we go, came right out. Now I gotta work on all the 8s. Now I've got all the bolts off. I'm gonna try to show you this the best I can here. So these lines, you kind of just want to move out of the way a little bit. This is gonna go kind of back here. This is gonna go back here so you don't catch it. You have a plate right here. Not easy to see on camera, but if you do this, you'll see there's a plate here. I have to get this plate to come up. A little bit rusty underneath here, but not bad, just a touch. There we go, plate's up. You're gonna move the plate kind of back. And this whole thing you're gonna lift up. Move the lines out of the way, try to get these things out of the way the best you can. You might have to put this down and kind of go like that. Okay, there we go. Now we're past there. Move this ground. I think that's what it is. I think it is a ground. You move it to the side a little bit here. Just plug in. It popped up, so I gotta put that back down. Okay, now, there we go. Past the little metal there. Okay. And then, now we'll do the actual removal. So typically, you're gonna spin one way and not the other. So it's gonna come up to like a point like this, and you're gonna wanna spin it kind of completely around itself and come up like that, and then come out. Make sure you don't break this fuel level sender off. And look at that. We actually have an AEM fuel pump, but for some reason, I'm losing fuel pressure on top end. We're gonna swap a new one in just to make sure we're good to go and see how this thing runs. Pretty simply, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this off the back side already. I'm gonna undo the electrical connection here. Kind of like that. And then this line here, simply just open this up. Not very tight, but they are supposed to hold, I guess. I think I may end up putting a screw clamp on this just to make it a little bit tighter, but just like that. Twist this, and there we go. Fuel pump is off the hanger. All right, getting bag swapped over. I have a used pump that is good. We already tested this one out. I'm gonna assemble this rubber piece back on here on the back like this. So it slides in to the slot that's right here. All right, fuel pump's back on. I got the rubber in installed in there. Everything looks nice and clean. Don't forget to plug in your electrical connector over here like this. And now time to put it back in, and I always test these. So I'm gonna put this all back in, plug it in, and prime it, and make sure we have fuel coming out of here, and make sure everything is working correctly as far as electrically. Putting this in is very similar to taking it out. You're gonna make sure that this guy right here goes down in first, don't break it off. And kind of wanna go at an angle. So you wanna go kind of like that. Make sure the bag goes in nicely. Actually, I might put the bag in first, and then put the sensor in. And then once you get to here, try to twist it, and then twist it back. Like, oh baby, come on. There we go, just like that. Once you get to here, you're gonna move these lines above it, and then make sure the electrical connector is not being pinched. Probably just gonna put it above it as of right now. This line is still staying back there, so we don't have to worry about that so much. But you wanna put it in gently, make sure your gasket is still on. If it's terrible, replace it. But if it's not, don't worry about it too much. We'll go ahead and slide this in nicely. And then I'm gonna grab this metal that's right down here and fold it over if I can. So basically, like that. And then this metal, like I said, I'm gonna have to figure out, see if I can kind of maneuver it around. Might have to use a screwdriver or something here. See if I can do this all in one take. It's not a screwdriver, but it'll work. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, now slide this onto the studs. All right, with some simple, nice words to it. I got the bracket back on. This is all back on. I'm gonna attach these two lines, electrical connector, and then I'm gonna have someone prime it for me and just make sure it sprays fuel out. And then bolt all this down. I'm gonna get all that done, and then just basically on, off, that's all. No start, obviously, just on, off. Go ahead. Off, beautiful. Good, fuel pressure's there. All right, make sure this is plugged in. This thing just kind of pops on. Both these will pop out, and then move both these over, and then put this cover on, and you're all done. So we know we have fuel pressure. I'm gonna go ahead and start in just a minute and make sure we're all good to go. All right, I got my wideband down there, but let's see how she starts now. Beautiful. The entire reason I did that is because on top end I was losing fuel pressure, so I believe it was the bad pump. So I didn't test it, to be honest, but I just had to add a few extra pumps. They were good, so we're gonna go ahead and drive this and see how it is. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna cut it off here. If you like that, let me know. Press the like button. Appreciate it.